Good morning, guys. It is Saturday. Nope, it's Friday. Good morning, guys. It is Friday today, and it has been a while since I've done more of a weekly vlog and not something crazy like going to Singapore. But I thought I would do a bit of a fall reset vlog for you this week. I have a weekend to myself. My husband is on the road again. He had to go to New York for work. So I just got done with an early morning workout. I've got to stop at Target and get some essentials like eggs, body wash, all that fun stuff. And then I do have a big nasty exam that I have to take for my class in my master's program right now, which honestly is why I have not been vlogging as routinely as I used to. I'm trying, I'm working on it. It's just, if you've gotten your master's degree, you know how time consuming it is to have your full-time job, but then also find time to do all the readings and the lectures and take notes and study and all of that. So I'm hoping with this weekend being an exam weekend, I'll have a little bit more free time once that's over. But I do have some exciting things going on this weekend. I have to get my hair done this afternoon because it is long, it is ratty at the ends, it is just needing some TLC. And then tomorrow I'm fed up with not having a Trader Joe's in our area, so I am taking the long hike across town to Trader Joe's, and I'm also going to stop at maybe the Green Hills Mall or the Cool Springs Mall. I have a little bit of shopping to do, and then it's going to be a great week. It's going to be a great week. We are reinforcing that it is going to be a great week. I will show you when I get home, but we've had some issues going on with our pool, and our house has not yet been decorated for fall, and it's already like October 10th or 9th, I think, today. So I just need to get stuff together, and I thought, what better way to capture it in a vlog than by doing the full fall reset. So this morning I've gone for a Americano, but then I get just 1 pump of pumpkin and 1 shot of sugar-free vanilla, because if I do a full pumpkin, it's just too sweet. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Back home now, and I had to run upstairs, quick shower, jump on a meeting, and then I thought I'll just do a little bit of a Target haul for you after my work meeting. So I did throw on a fun fall scarf to keep on theme for the video, but I only needed 4 things at Target, and I unsurprisingly ended up with a few bags of things. So let me show you what I got. First, because it is fall, I do love Olipop, and I know they have this year-round, but I really like it for a fun fall beverage. And let's see if it'll focus. 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 There we are. We have the crisp apple Olipop. I actually got a couple of those because they're so good. I was out of oat milk, so I grabbed some more of that. And actually, the reason that I got more oat milk, because I don't use very much every day, I use maybe a little bit in my coffee or tea. I don't ever buy sugary cereals. Please don't think that is a routine thing in our household, but because it is Halloween, I just had a moment of childhood nostalgia, and that moment of weakness led me to the Count Chocula. Now, I'm a little bit upset with Target because I do not need a family size box of this. I doubt my husband will even eat this, but it was the only one that they had. They didn't have any regular size. So I chose Count Chocula because it's one of those things that this time of year, you just want that cozy comfort, and I will probably only eat like 1 bowl of this if I'm being honest, but it had to happen. I also almost got the Blueberry and I think the Frankenberry too, and I couldn't decide. I had like let me just freeze in front of the cereal aisle for much longer than needed to be because they're all so good and they just all remind me of being a kid and this time of year. Moving on, my parents are coming next week for a visit and they're gonna help us do some work on the house. But my mom loves the Woman's World magazine, so I just picked that up for her. Some organic bananas, which is one of the 4 things that I actually needed at Target. I also picked up a few boxes of tea, and I really wasn't gonna get any tea, and then I saw that it was either buy one get one 50% off or buy one get one free. And so I grabbed the Tazo pumpkin spice chai and the organic chai because I do like to have something other than coffee in the mornings in the fall just because it's cozy and it's warm, and that's just the mood of the week. Then I wandered down the Halloween aisle, and I actually had to ask somebody who was there with kids if people even trick-or-treat on Halloween anymore, because I feel like in our area it's on a different day. Like, even though Halloween is on a Friday this year, nobody trick-or-treats on Halloween. My husband and I have sat by the front door with a bowl of candy for the last couple of years and no one comes by. So I asked someone, she said there should be trick-or-treating this year, especially in the area that we live, so hopefully we'll have some trick-or-treaters. But I was really excited to see the Harry Potter Hershey bars that are, like, they have the different houses details on them. So I just thought those were incredibly cute, and if worse comes to worse and we don't have any trick-or-treaters, I will eat these. And then there was a whole thing of Harry Potter candy, and I don't need that much candy, but I love Harry Potter. And my husband does love gummies, so regular gummies. He loves regular gummies, not fun gummies. So I got a few bags of the Haribo Harry Potter gummies as well. How much candy did I actually get? As I mentioned, my parents are coming into town, and my dad does love the Brock's pumpkins and candy corns, so I got a couple of bags for him. He's not gonna eat all of these, but I'll put a little nut mix with these in it out while my parents are here. And the last bit of candy that I got, I was unsupervised. I was unsupervised in the candy aisle, and it is another Harry Potter item, and that is the Hershey Kisses featuring the Harry Potter houses, like on the bottom of the Hershey Kiss. Last but certainly not least, the other 2 items that I actually needed at Target today, and that is the Method body wash and then a new loofah. All right, I'm going to put this mess away. I'm gonna have lunch because it is almost that time now, and then I gotta get back to work. I just pulled in to the haircut place, and I only come maybe once a year, and it's always the same. I get in the chair, they go, "What do you want?" And I say, I like it long, keep the length, long layers. And on the drive over here, I got this overwhelming urge to just say, chop it. I don't know, does anyone else get that? Like, on the way to get your hair done or your nails done, you're like, what if I would just do something completely different? Like, absolutely bizarre, out of character. I'm probably not gonna do that, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what mood is going to take over when I get in the chair, but I'll see you shortly. Oh, yeah. I feel like a new woman. As per usual, we stuck with exactly what we always get and just told her, as long as you can leave it, layers, just get rid of the dead ends. And I think it turned out all right. Anyway, I am really in need of just going home and studying for my exam, but because I just got my hair done, there's a great place in our town called Rosie's, and it's a little wine bar with great appetizers. They do have great actual dinner food too, but my husband and I like to go there for, you know, kind of that pre-dinner, ease into the evening kind of mode. So it may be time for a glass of champagne. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday now, and I am coming off of many hours of sitting at my desk studying and taking notes and going through exam study guides and that sort of thing. So I need a break, and I've decided I'm going to head over to the Green Hills side of Nashville, which is maybe 40 minutes or so from our house, because I want to go to Trader Joe's because it is October, and what better time of year to go to Trader Joe's than fall, because you never know what you're gonna find. So I'll just get some fun snacks and whatever else we find there. And then I also need to hit the Green Hills Mall. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for yet, but today is our 1-year wedding anniversary. And unfortunately, my husband is out of town today, but he should be back tomorrow. and we'll celebrate then, but I want to get a few extra little things for him for our anniversary, and I figured since I need a mental break anyway from studying, I will go do that this afternoon, and then when I come back this evening, I can finish studying, take the exam, not feel rushed, and hopefully do very well. Just walked in the door from Green Hills, and then I stopped at the wine store in our area, and as I was driving back I saw something on the front porch. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, they're so pretty. I mentioned today is our 1-year wedding anniversary, and unfortunately my husband is out of town, but he sent me a huge a beautiful bouquet of roses. They're so pretty. I didn't realize it was flowers when I was pulling up to the house. All I saw was the big long brown part, and so I thought it was maybe someone pulling like a Halloween prank and putting a decoration outside of our front door. But I am pleasantly surprised, and I would much prefer roses to Halloween decorations, for the record. Aww. I love roses so much. I had to empty out another vase, my biggest one, because flowers in here, they were just about dead anyway. Usually I don't throw flowers until they're like crispy. But for these, I will make an exception. And there we have all of our roses trimmed and situated in their vase. Now the true challenge is going to be finding out where to put these, because most of the time where we put flowers is kind of out of the way, and I want to be able to see these. I just finished my exam, and it feels so good to be done with that, but my brain is exhausted. That was a 3-hour allotment exam. It took me 2.5 hours. It covered 7 chapters, 5 research papers, and was my first semester back after a little bit of a break. So it was very intense, and I am just glazed over right now. So we have shifted into comfort mode. I just Uber Eats'd some Thai food, and I've broken into the bubbly to celebrate being done with the first exam, and I wanted to show you my fun Halloween glasses with my little skeleton guy there. But I thought I would show you what I picked up at Williams-Sonoma today, because I realized I didn't really do a great job narrating while I was out and about. I kind of forgot, to be honest. It's been some time since I vlogged. So I went out in search of a perfect anniversary present for my husband. Should I have gotten it weeks ago because today is actually our anniversary? Yes. But we have been on the go. We've been home for a very, very, very small amount of time in September. So it is for that reason that I popped into Williams-Sonoma and picked up the Miyabi knife set. And this is a block set. I believe I got the 7-piece knife set. And let me show you what's inside. Obviously, I'm not actually going to open the box for you because it is a gift. But I did get the 3.5-inch paring knife, there's an 8-inch chef's knife, kitchen shears, there's the block, then we have a sharpening steel, a bread knife. This one was really important because we have just had a horrible time cutting baguettes with our very dull knives. And then also a Santoku knife. Obviously, we are not professional chefs of any stretch of the imagination, but I do think having a good set of kitchen knives goes a long way in just making cooking together more enjoyable. So I am excited. I'm gonna wrap that up. And the first year anniversary is paper. So I'm gonna have to workshop it a little bit, but I do think I'll put something cutesy in the card, like, don't use these on paper or something. I don't know. I gotta work on it. But I was really excited to find those. And then also, while I was at Williams-Sonoma, because we got a really nice set of martini glasses along with a shaker, and it was a specific like crystal design that they had at Williams-Sonoma. And because I am who I am, I broke one. So I had to get the replacement for that while I was there. So I figured, why not just show you, because here we are. And this is from the Dorset set. And it's just, you know, your plain, simple, but also elegant martini glass. Maybe I can actually use some of the paper it came in to wrap the knife set. Anyway, my Uber Eats is here, so I am going to grab that, plop in front of the TV, and I think the rest of the evening will be spent watching The Great British Baking Show.
It will feature Turkish spices balanced with a sharp lemon filling. How you doing, Tom? Week 2, well done, congratulations. Week 2, we made it, honestly.
Good morning, it's Sunday, and I'm just making some coffee. I have stopped using the Nespresso machine because I've heard things about mold, and it's a really old machine, and I haven't cleaned it thoroughly in too long. So I'm back to using my French press, and it tastes really good. The only disappointing thing is that I have a bunch of pods left for the Nespresso machine, and I'm probably not going to use them because I'm actually saving up for one of the Smeg, like, counter espresso machines with the crank and everything. So that's next on the to buy list. I'm a ways off. I have to say, I love Sunday mornings though, because we watch CBS Sunday mornings and we get the New York Times delivered. And so it's just a really nice way to ease into your week. And I love catching up on news and doing the crossword and just watching whatever segments they have on the CBS show. So I'm gonna go enjoy that. Sandy should be home in an hour and a half or so, and then we can celebrate our anniversary.
Yeah, the light bulb for war, pretty powerful combination.
That we would expect a single human being with limited preparation to decide in a matter of minutes the fate of all mankind.
Good morning, guys. It's Monday, and I've just come down to take a break, make lunch, grab a package that I saw was delivered, and I thought I would tell you a little bit about last night because I did not take the vlog camera. I thought best to just be in the moment, enjoy our anniversary. But we did go to one of our favorite wine bars in town called Rosie, and we had our Rosie potato appetizer that we love. We got some salads. He had like an apple and pear salad. I had a bib lettuce salad with Humboldt fog. And then we split a quail fideos with some spicy rigatoni for the actual dinner. It was amazing. We got to see a bunch of other regulars at the bar, so it was kind of nice to have the gang there. And then we got home and we did want to do our first wedding anniversary, have the top of the cake. I've been thawing it in the fridge. And we just totally passed out when we got home last night. We were very tired. He had been up since about 4 a.m. yesterday because he was coming back from New York. And I have just had a very stressful weekend with exams. So it felt good to just let go and just fall asleep as we needed to. So we'll do the cake and everything tonight. But I did want to show you this afternoon a package that we got because we are part of the Harry and David Fruit of the Month. So that just arrived. And then the rest of the day will be pretty low-key. I'm working upstairs, but while I have you here, let me show you what we got. Also, we have the new knife set all set up and ready to go. He was really cute. I think he really liked it. We have our fruit this month, which is, oh no, it's pears. I thought it might be apples, but no, we have pears this month. Oh my God, they're huge. This is like, that is a hefty pear. Now I feel like I asked this last year as well because I am not so up on the pear recipes. So if you have a recipe for anything involving pears, Please let me know down below. I don't know if there's a pear pie that you can make, or if there's some sort of cooked savory thing you can make with pears, but I don't like to eat them plain, and I know my husband doesn't either, so drop me your pear recipes down below, please. It is quite a bit later now on Monday. The workday is over, it's after 5, and I am just getting ready to drive downtown to meet my husband. He surprised me and said we were going to see Laufey tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's the Laufey, and I'm hoping by the end of the night I know how to pronounce it correctly. So we'll say Laufey for now, but I wanted to show you my outfit. This is just a 2-piece baggy black pants and kind of like a button-down vest 2-piece set. This is from Loft Versa, and then I have a red lip, some shiny moon and star earrings. I did attempt to do a bow. Hopefully you can see that okay. I had to scope out the Instagram of this artist because I wasn't sure what the vibe was. I know that she's a jazz singer, which I love. And then I also paired it with my Weejuns, just the black and white. I really wanted to wear heels, but I thought if it's going to be at Bridgestone Arena, downtown Nashville, there will be lots of standing, and I don't feel like dealing with the sore feet tonight. So we're going with the loafers, and that is the look for the evening. The weather has played a very cruel trick on me today, in that it was like 50 degrees this morning when my husband and I got up to go for our walk, and now it's 76 degrees. So here I am, full sweater, warm pants, and I am just ready to be home in the air conditioning. Last night was amazing. I now know how to pronounce it. It is indeed Laufey. What a talent. Oh my god. She played the cello, she played the piano, she played the guitar, she sang, she danced, and as somebody who loves Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald and all of the greats, it is so refreshing to see an entire new generation, not even one generation. There were like 14-year-olds to elderly people there last night, and it was so encouraging to see all of them so excited about music that falls in that category. So amazing, amazing evening, and I am now trying to come back to reality. It was just so fun. It was so whimsical. If you're a Laufey fan, I mean, I don't know what has taken me so long to get on this bandwagon, because I am 100% about Laufey. Anyway, I digress. I just swung through the Your Healing store here in our town because I needed to pick up a few things, and I thought I'd share because one of them is very fall-esque, and that is the GT's kombucha. Every year they have the Honeycrisp apple, which is amazing. It tastes like a fun apple cider drink. You wouldn't even know that you're drinking something healthy. But I'm usually not a big kombucha person because I find it's too sweet, but something about apple in the fall I'm okay with. And then just a couple of other bits we have from Designs for Health. I picked up a Migranol. This I got because it has magnesium and curcumin in it, and I have been getting horrible migraines. I know that sounds so whiny, but the week before your period, the migraines that I get, I can't even explain to you how terrible they are. If you watched my last vlog, there was one day that I was in bed the entire day because I had such an intense migraine. Started my period the next day, and it's almost monthly now. So I'm hoping that this can help relieve some of that, combat the inflammation that might be causing some of that. I don't know, I'm desperate at this point, so we're gonna give it a try. And then also in my morning smoothie, I have been putting a little bit of extra fiber because this is the actual thing that people need more of. I've listened to loads of nutritionists and dietitians. There's all the fads about low fat, low carb, high protein, and the consensus among the professionals is that actually what people need more of is fiber. So I've started using that. This is, I think, my 3rd tub or so of it that I've gone through, but it's tasteless. You throw it in your smoothie, good to go for the day. So it's Wednesday, and it occurred to us that leaving the cake in the fridge much longer, it's only gonna get worse. So even though it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna give it a try and see if the anniversary cake, top of our wedding cake, is any good. I'm not quite sure how to get into this, to be honest.
He's eating spinach leaves.
Well, he's a weird cat. What can you say? Okay. It's the big reveal. I think this is gonna be fine. And there we go, our 1-year-old wedding cake topper. Ooh, with flowers still on it. A little bit. There were some flower bits still on it. It smells like cake.
What do you need?
A plate. We're resurrecting our fancy cake cutter that has our wedding date on it. Oh. Looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We need another plate. I mean, it's still pretty
Moist.
moist. Okay. You need to get forks out, because I know you don't want to be on camera. I mean, the filling might be a little icky, but if I can get it on the fork. It's scary how good that stuff
Tastes okay.
is. I think we could definitely saran wrap that and serve it when my parents are here.
Okay.
I think my dad would like some.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
They're coming tomorrow, aren't they?
I'm actually shocked at how good this is. Still, a year later.
Or Siggy, you deserve a little bit.
Good one. Sigmund, you're a spoiled cat. I'm about to head out because I have a list of things that I need to get before my parents get here tomorrow evening. And I've got on this Tala jumper. Now, mind you, it is 80 degrees today in Middle Tennessee. But you know, I'm ready for cute girl fall. And if that means sweating horrifically while trying to wear cute sweaters, then so be it. So the first mission of today, it's very bright, is looking for some kind of drapey plant because we have these pots on the shelves in our bedroom. And I just want it to look put together and tidy. So we're just gonna find, hopefully, some plants here at the garden center of Home Depot. All right, I think I'll get a couple of these, and that should be exactly what I'm looking for, actually. And then we're also looking for some gold outlet covers.
It's practically on the state line, featuring a big...
All right, Publix. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow because I need 3 bulbs of fennel for the recipe I am making with my parents come to visit, and they only had 1. And Publix is like my fancy food store where I go if I need weird ingredients that I know I can't get at Kroger, and I don't feel like driving to Sprouts, which is all the way on the other side of town. This is the tiniest fennel bulb I've ever seen. There's no way. Nope.
Please make sure to scan all items before placing them in the bagging area. Continue scanning.
And now I'm gonna put all of this away, throw on some tunes, get everything situated, clean up a little bit, get the Halloween decorations out. Finally, it only took me till October 16th to get there. And hopefully get this house decorated and ready for my parents to come tomorrow. One comment I do want to make about the pumpkins, because we live in a very heavily populated area for deer, is that someone told me that if you make a solution of cayenne pepper with, I don't know if it's lemon or just water, I'll have to look it up, and you spray it onto the pumpkins, supposedly it prevents deer from eating them. So we're gonna give that a try and hope it works. Just kidding on getting to work at home. My husband texted me the moment I walked in the door and said, I'm about done with a haircut. Do you want to meet me at Home Depot? And it was about 15 minutes before I got home that he sent that text message, and I did not see it because I did not check my phone. So, got back in the car. We're back at Home Depot. And the exciting news is that we're going to pick out paint colors because, and I think this will be in next week's vlog, my parents are going to help us paint our living room. 1 wall. Well, we're going to paint all the walls, but one will be an accent wall, and then we're going to have lighter colors on the other walls. But that is for next week. But today we get to get the paint. We're thinking dark green, like intense, oh, really intense dark green. So I have been the world's worst vlogger, and after we got home from Home Depot last night, we ended up just making dinner, binge watching Severance, and that was the end of the evening. So let me show you what we got at Home Depot, and then I have to get working on what will be dinner tonight, and then my parents are gonna get here. So I've got limited time to do a lot of things. We've got the plastic drop cloth. We've got a sander because we're also staining some beams in our living room, which I'll show you in just a minute. The camera is sitting on the can of stain because we are a professional vlogger. I have all kinds of goodies for painting. My mom is also bringing some rollers and trays and all that good stuff. And then I'm not gonna hold up paint cans. Let me just show you. We have 2 cans of this beige. This light is doing it no justice. It's actually a really nice kind of light creamy beige color. And then we're gonna do an accent wall, which I'm really excited about. And that's gonna be this nice dark green color. For reference, to give you the overview of what we're doing and where in the house it is, I've just walked from the kitchen into the living room, and this is what I'm looking at. This back wall, the entire thing, even through to, oh, focus, come on. There we go. All the way through to the piano room is going to be that dark green, and then we've got this wall, not the fireplace obviously. That wall will be beige. We're gonna leave the kitchen, and we're gonna leave this as well because eventually the goal is to wall off that door and just have the door on the side be a big walk-in pantry. Are we doing this wall or not? Yes, we will do this wall beige. And the reason we're painting these walls, why does it keep not focusing? The reason we're painting these walls is because when we had the wall taken down, he had to reroute electrical, so you have all these giant, nasty white spaces. And then you've got them over here as well. And then this is the beam that we're gonna stain because he had to put in a really ugly beam because without it, the ceiling started to sag, which is really fun. So that will all be stained, kind of to match the floor is what we're going for. And we're hoping to get all of that accomplished in the 48 hours that my parents are here. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's actually a little bit longer than that. They're coming this evening around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then they'll be here all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then they'll leave kind of mid-morning on Sunday. So we're gonna really try to pound this out, and hopefully we can get a lot done. I think we're gonna start with the accent wall there behind me because it's gonna be the biggest, ugliest undertaking, and then my husband and I can finish the beige if need be. But I'm excited, my mom is excited, she's adorable, she loves painting. So we thought, why not put her to work when she comes to visit. Anyway, I was just heading into our little bonus room, we call it, because I wanted to start getting up Halloween decorations. Today is October 16th, it has to happen before they get here. So let me stay and put you here. This is our scary closet that looks out over our garage. And I don't like going in there because I always feel like bats are gonna fly out, like it's that kind of closet, but this is where we keep the decorations. Okay. Oh, you guys. I love Halloween so much just because the decorations and the colors are so cozy and just amazing. Like, who needs a little ghost dish any other time of the year? And then I totally forgot that we got these at the end of the season last year. They're pillows from Kirkland's, shaped like little ghosts. Oh, they're so cute. We have a fun little skull brie dish. It's likely not going to get used for brie, but it will get used for candy because we can't have uncovered candy dishes out with our cats. So if you're wondering, these bins are really fantastic. I got these when I was in college. This is what I toted back and forth between Minnesota and Michigan in my car. And they're just these giant clear containers from Target. Very handy over the years with all the different moves, and now they are holiday storage.